Alright, guys, I hope everyone's getting themselves prepared spiritually for what's about to unfold, because any day now, we are very, very close to this big event that's about to take place. And we know 2018 is the year. This is when they're going to try and pull it all off and scare everyone into it and usher their new world order in. It's going to be this year, and some big event is about to take place any day now.
Breaking news, the Democratic National Committee filing a lawsuit in federal court in Manhattan against a list of defendants, including the Russian government, the Trump 2016 campaign, and WikiLeaks. Joining me now, NBC White House correspondent Kristen Welker, MSNBC Justice and Security analyst Matt Miller, a former chief spokesman to Attorney General Eric Holder.
They're really telling in which videos they choose to censor. I just started making this stuff, April 10th? I already got 2 strikes, 5 videos taken down. Trump is the fall guy, people, and they don't want y'all knowing what I tied together in that video. This is what's going to take place, people. This is all a stage and all a big show, and people need to get off the dumb board.
Rat trap.
People need to snap into it, man. I'm like really frustrated over here seeing how easily everyone's just buying into it, and they're just consuming. If you just take a step back and stop consuming this BS everywhere, it becomes blatantly obvious to anyone with the eyes to see. You can clearly see the narrative being built. This is the final card they're about to play, people. Everything in history, everything they've ever done, has all been one big buildup and one big narrative they've been setting for this exact moment here now. Trump is the fall guy. They're going to use Trump. He is the pick. How do we know? Look, they censored the video. They censored the video. If you saw what I tied in this video,
To Seattle to tell the world of the plot to destroy Springfield.
I don't know if you guys should be talking so loud.
No, Lisa, it's not like the government is listening to everybody's conversation.
they don't want you knowing this stuff. But I'm telling you now, that should be a clear indicator that this is real. They're using Trump. Trump is... Look, there ain't no deep state war going on where the deep state and Hillary and Obama and their people are mad at Trump, and that's all a big stage. That's all a show. Why do you think they got the whole narrative of Trump colluding with the Russians?
Inyayo magazine!
You think that came out of nowhere? They're building up World War III for Russia, because this is what they're going to do, people. All 2016 election year, it's like when they were talking about this Russian stuff, they were just shoving it down people's throats, and there's no evidence. All this stuff is completely made up BS. It's like, it was blowing me away. And I even admit, I was on the Trump train for a second too, okay? It's like, we were all fooled. It was just, we got to get over it. Everyone in office has been selected. The bloodline goes back. You can research this yourself. Every president is related. The bloodline is the same in all of them. It goes back to, who is it? King, one of them freaking kings, man. You got to get off of this if you're still buying into the left-right false paradigm, because they're playing you, and you're actually playing into their cards so perfectly. You're being used to orchestrate this final event. They can't pull this off without people buying it. So look, they tell everyone, we hear this Russian stuff. None of this is really going on. It's all planned and staged. Okay, there was no upset against Hillary. They go, at the end of the day, Hillary and Trump, they're behind doors. They're playing golf, okay? It's all one big show. Now, look, you hear Russia, right? We get this sense that there's this internal, they got people thinking that the deep state, the elite, the 1% government, they don't like Trump because he's this outsider. And people are buying it. It's like, if you still follow Alex Jones, my God, they're all part of it. Trump has been chosen for this role, and he is the fall guy. What do I mean by that? They're going to take him out. They're going to stage a coup. They're going to stage a... That's why they've been heating up this political thing. Like you had all the SJW left versus all the Trump Make America Great Again supporters. All this is going to start rising up here very soon again.
We get to Seattle.
Hey everybody, I found one! The government actually found someone we're looking for! Yeah, baby, yeah!
Because when Trump attacked Syria, they said, oh, if Trump attacks Syria, we're going to start looking at an impeachment process. Now, it wasn't Trump's choice to attack Syria. Syria being attacked on the 14th at night. I was only off by 4 hours. It's been well in the makings. How do you think I understood that? And why do you think I was saying every night, hey, they're about to attack Syria on the 14th at night? I was only off by 4 hours, people. And this ain't some crystal ball thing. It should just show you that it's all BS. The creator is programming me. You go look back on my videos right here. I was telling people, look, they're about to strike Syria since the 10th. I was saying that since the 10th. And when the 12th happened, I was really letting people know, look, we're hitting Syria. Here's how it'll happen. Here's how it'll happen. I stated the details. And this ain't about, I'm not getting off on it. Look, I got nothing to gain from this. I'm just hoping that people stop buying into this dumb stuff, because it's really frustrating, man, how stupid people are and how gullible they are. So, what we're about to see is a made-up event. And I've been saying this for so long. 2018 is the year. And it's like, no one listens to me. Of course, it's the person that no one wanted to listen to. God has a great sense of humor, you know? I mean, I can see people, I know that people are seeing this and reading this, and they're laughing it off, and they're not buying into it. And then it happens, and it's like they still don't get it. It's like, hey, remember me? These people are so stupid, man. Look. They're about to act like they're trying to take Trump out. Okay, there's going to be an internal civil conflict. Something's going to happen. And look, when this big event unfolds, it's going to all happen at once. Everything is just, when this stuff starts to take place, it's going to occur so fast, people aren't even going to have time to realize what's happening and process it. Okay, because it's all so perfectly built up for this moment now. Prophecy is aligned to everything we see happening so perfectly. I was not a spiritual religious person at all. I was leaning away from the Bible. I was anti all this stuff just a couple years ago. But it's undeniable once you look into it. It's just no one takes the time to read into this stuff. They're all preoccupied with this dumb stuff. And that's all planned and orchestrated too. They're just trying to keep you away from realizing you're doomed. They're snatching and stealing your souls, people. Trump is gonna get taken out of office somehow. It's going to be timed right with events. You know, there's got to be a reason for that to take place. So something's going to happen, and it's going to quickly lead into that. Now, when that stuff starts happening, because it's all going to unfold at once, from every angle, all the buildups, it is going to deteriorate very quickly, and we're going to see martial law here. We're going to see a lot of stuff happen this year, people. Big events. Now, I don't have all the details, but the creator is programming me and using me. The Bible says when Syria gets hit, Aleppo has to burn. Okay? This was the buildup. This was the first strike. And amazingly, you know, thank God Putin showed restraint. But that's all planned too. He's in on it too. You feel me? But look, it's building it up to make it seem real. You know, they're just going out the way to plan this stuff and make it seem real. Because Putin's warned, next time you hit, chaos is going to erupt on the earth. So look, people, the next thing is going to happen. This has to happen. This must take place this year. And these things must happen before World War III starts. The next time Syria gets hit, when we see all of Aleppo burning, when we see Aleppo just devastated, after a strike, Syria has to get hit again, Aleppo has to be burning, Assad must get killed, and then someone's going to attack Israel. And when they attack Israel, when this stuff starts happening, when this next strike on Syria takes place this year, mark my words, it's going to happen. The next thing that's going to happen after that is Assad is going to be taken out. Assad will be killed. And then what happens after that? Israel will be hit. We are very close. And we may see some other stuff start unfolding here. Like we got this, let's see. Look, people. QAnon, like, give me a break, dude. I can't believe people are buying this stuff. QAnon is an asset. Julian Assange is an asset. WikiLeaks is an asset. These people aren't really doing what you think they're doing. Like, really, oh, the truthers are working with the CIA, bro. Are you kidding me, man? Are people that dumb and gullible?
What connections are they making about collusion with Russia alleged to make the case that the Republican campaign and the Kremlin should pay damages?
Basically, everyone you've ever heard alleged. This is a collection of all the allegations that have suggested there was any kind of coordination between the Trump campaign and the Russians, and basically assuming them to be true for the purpose of the lawsuit, claiming that they are true, and asking for damages. It's against the Trump campaign, WikiLeaks, Julian Assange, Manafort, Gates, Jared Kushner, and other people, Roger Stone. So, you know, I think it's a placeholder. It's a start. It's basically giving them a chance now to engage in discovery. Now, obviously, some they'll never get. I doubt they'll ever get discovery from the Russian Federation or members of the general staff of the Russian armed forces. I think it's going to be hard for them to get to Julian Assange or anyone with WikiLeaks. And the other problem I suppose they could run into here, Andrea, is a number of the allegations they make are exactly what Robert Mueller's team is looking at. And so whenever you have a conflict like this, when there's a lawsuit and someone wants access to information, but there's a criminal case, generally speaking, the courts let the criminal case go first. But it is a start. It is a foothold. And they say they want damages. They say it cost them well over $1 million to fix their computers, that donations dropped off after these leaks started because people were worried about their personal information. There were threats to employees. So they're asking for punitive damages to compensate them, and they want an order telling all these people to knock it off.
It's like this stuff gets so deep, and it's so freaking just frustrating seeing everyone buy into this game, and they don't even realize how deep it gets, and they don't want to realize it. It's like the average American hasn't had a single original thought. And if they're not told what to think, they don't know how to think. And it just blows my mind, man. It blows my mind. We're not worried because we can do anything through Christ who strengthens us. We're just trying to expose it and show the people who ain't spiritually in tune. Because you got to see this stuff. You got to look at this through spiritual eyes, man. This world is not all that there is. This is only 10% of our reality. The other 90% is spiritual. Therefore, they got everyone living in the flesh. They got everyone just thinking that this is all that there is. And that's why they're just getting screwed from every angle. You understand? This stuff is way more important than anything. This is the fate of humanity. We know this is going to happen. I don't know how to get it through to people. I mean, I predicted something once, and it ain't a crystal ball thing once again. However, just the main thing to remember is don't buy into it. When you see all this stuff unfolding, just know this has been years in the making. None of it's really happened. They're going to make it seem real. They're going to make it seem so real. But just look into this stuff, man.